Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Grapplers and Gimmicks retro wrestling unboxing. And today we got a first ever time in any line in Salvatore Sal Sincere.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Grapplers and Gimmicks retro wrestling unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got possibly the most sincere man ever in professional wrestling. So sincere, in fact, it's in his name. We got Sal Sincere, but for all your Sal Sincere needs, hit up grapplersandgimmicks.com. You can also go to Hassle Toy, check them out on social media. Available right now if you need your Sal Sincere fix. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We'll do a little comparison later on in this video as well. But Sal Sincere, an all-timer? Maybe, maybe not, but a deep, deep cut first ever action figure. That's one of the things I enjoy the most about the Grapplers and Gimmicks line. They're not scared to give us some of these deep cut performers that, you know, didn't set the world on fire. Not a world champion, not a champion of any kind, but a guy we remember if you watched wrestling around that time frame. I think he had a cup of coffee in ECW, and didn't he buy the Patriot gimmick? I think he did that and leased that out, named Tom Brandi originally. So a guy that's been a mover and shaker in the wrestling business, and here he is in 2026, moving his way into the Grapplers and Gimmicks retro line. Usual package design here. You got the big G right up there. You got the glamour shot off to the side. Very Hasbro-esque graphic over there. Figure on the bubble. Love the blue. Love the J-hook. Playing all the hits right here. 18 and up, you 17-year-olds, you can't handle Salvatore Sincere. He does come with the Sincere Slam, and I like his autograph here with the money sign. Like a young Ted DiBiase is what that reminds me of. On the back, you get the black and white, just like Hasbro once upon a time. You do get a little QR code you can always scan. Glamour shot. You got the cross-sell. You got some jibber. You got some jabber. We got the file card. Dare I say, playing all the hits back here. That's what we're doing. Showing off Dean Douglas. We got that already in the collection. Steve McMichael, Ahmed Johnson, Balls Mahoney. Could use all three of those, of course, coming in the future. Tom Brandi debuted a flashy, self-important character that leaned into bravado and false sincerity, making him an instant heat magnet with crowds. Though the persona was short-lived, it left a strong impression and helped spotlight his charisma and ring presence. Not long after, Brandi shed the character and returned to competing under his own name, focusing on pure athleticism and toughness. That transition marked the start of a long-respected run built on adaptability, skill, and staying power. I gotta say, that's a pretty good bio read right there. I'm not sure if Mitch from Grapplers and Gimmicks wrote that. Creatively, sculptor, it doesn't say on here, so I'm not sure if he did or not, but I like stuff like that. I like the whole presentation of things, and that's a good little build there back there for old Sal Sincere. But now we got to get extra sincere and get him off the card. Trying to get in, trying to go in, trying to get Mr. Sincere out of there. Oh, we're getting there, folks. Oh, yeah, this is clean. That's a clean one. How about that? We're here for that. Clean as a whistle. See you later. Goodbye. And I do save my cards, just Hasbro style back in the day. See you later. Goodbye. I'll never forget when I went to college, I sold all my original Hasbros, and I also sold all my card back file cards. Oh, the things we do for money. But you got to eat, Todd McFarlane. You got to eat. There it is. And you got to yeet, too. You're exactly right. Yeeting and eating. That's what I like to do. And I also like to unbox the Salvatore Sincere figure every once in a while, and that's what we're doing right here today. Now, right off the bat, he's got that Macho Man Hasbro positioning. He's got that Rick the Model Martel positioning in the body style here. A favorite of many, including myself. Gun to my head, maybe my favorite style of Hasbro figure. Just very good playability-wise once upon a time. And this looks really nice. Now, I have since heard over the years that a lot of people in their Hasbro Fig Feds as a child, they used Rick the Model Martel as Salvatore Sincere. And I guess I can kind of understand that. And I guess this pays homage, Todd McFarlane, to this right here. I think that is the case. But not a bad idea if you're using your imagination once upon a time. I think that does work out. So not a bad piece of business with Salvatore Sincere, with a nod to the past in the positioning, and maybe the Rick Martel if you did do that yourself. So I like to see that here. Now, he does come with that fedora hat up top, looking very nice. Hat comes off very good right here. Take the hat off, and he's smiling Sal Sincere. He's very sincere with that smile. Got that Kentucky waterfall. I think he got that from Hillbilly Jim once upon a time. Got that mullet in the back, looking very good. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. No problems with that there. Now his hat, look at that, clips back on. That fits on there very nice. Very nice. We're a long way away from the Papa Shango and Godfather days where the hat stood on, but not perfectly. That doesn't get much better than that. So kudos to that. A little engineering action. Now he's got the big chest going on here, big old arms. You got the pink wristbands and elbow pads here, looking very good. 2 fists of Sal Sincere Fury, looking very nice. And then you got the pink and white trunks here. He's got those 3 lines. Not sure exactly what that's supposed to mean exactly, but he's got that going on. Pink knee pads, and then you got the white boots down here. Hastel Toy 2025, made in China, for those keeping track at home. Arms all the way around on this one, head back and forth. And then, of course, the hat removal, as we saw, waist articulation. And that's all she wrote as far as articulation here on Sal Sincere. But a good feel. The joints feel perfect to move around. Just smooth as butter. Not loose at all, but not overly tight. Just very, very smooth. Very nice looking figures right here with Sal Sincere, and really all the lines from Grapplers and Gimmicks. I've really enjoyed a lot of their stuff. If you guys watched my top 10 countdowns as I finished off 2025, where we celebrated the best in action figures, Grapplers and Gimmicks actually was the #1 retro figure of the year with their Oz figure. An all-timer, one of the greats, and another deep cut, which Grapplers and Gimmicks really specializes in giving us some of these deep cut characters like Sal Sincere. Now, I don't know if Sal Sincere will be #1 in 2026, but stranger things can happen. But it's not going to happen. But I still like this figure for what it represents. Obviously, I, like many other, remember Sal Sincere, but not to the degree of an Oz with that over-the-top gimmick and everything. But still, very fun to get, and it's fun to get first-time ever action figures. I feel like every wrestler that's ever wrestled on a main stage should get a figure somewhere along the way. And today is Sal Sincere's day. But we're not done here. We got some comparisons. Somewhere, right in front of me, right in front of my face, we got Rick the Model, the Martel right here, ready to go. And like I said, a lot of people use this once upon a time, and I could understand why with the color patterns here. This might be a great tag team, too, in your Fig Fed. If you want to do a modern-day play date, this could be a new tag team coming around there. They could be the Models. There you go. I did all the heavy lifting for you. There it is, Rick Martel and Sal Sincere. But what's your thoughts on this Sal Sincere figure? You going to pick it up? You need this in your collection? Any great Sal Sincere memories out of you? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support the channel. You guys know that by now. Check it out if you haven't already. Plenty of stuff to keep you occupied between giveaways, monthly bonus videos, all early content, early podcasts, you name it. It's all going on over there. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show, which is also the name of my podcast, KylePetersonShow@gmail.com, I should say. Also the name of my podcast, Kyle Peterson Show, available every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. And my 2 books, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers and The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars series, both available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble right now. So for Grapplers and Gimmicks, Sal Sincere, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?